Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Archana from Adi Shankara Group of Institutions, Training and Placement Team. Welcome to our channel Adi Shankara Media. Here is a good news for all the Wipro aspirants. If you are an enthusiastic engineering graduate, then don't miss this opportunity to start your career journey with Wipro. So Wipro is going to hire freshers with Wipro Elite NTH 2022. So today in this short video, I would like to give you the complete details of Wipro Elite NTH 2022. So without wasting any time, let's check into the details. So what is this Wipro Elite NTH 2022? That means it is a national talent hunt, which is a hiring platform to attract and hire most eligible deserving candidates of 2022. That means this opportunity is valid true for the present final year students of engineering and present final year students of Master of Engineering. So now we will see what is the application process and what are the important dates in this procedure. So the application, the registration link has been provided by me, or else you can directly go to the Wipro's website, and in the Wipro's career, you can apply for this role. Then what about the important dates? So already they have released the notification. That means the registration has already started by 23rd August of 2021, and the registration is going to end on 15th September 2021. Then what about the online assessment dates? So the online assessment dates have been mentioned as 25th, 26th, and 27th of September 2021. That means based on the slot allotted to you, you will be getting the chance to take the online assessment either on 25th of September or 26th of September or 27th of September. Then what about the eligibility criteria? Who and all are eligible to go for this online assessment? So all engineering students, that means any BE, BTech, ME, MTech students are eligible except textile engineering, food technology, fashion technology, and agriculture. So except these four domains, all other disciplines are eligible to undergo this Wipro Elite NTH 2022. Then what about the percentage criteria? So here Wipro is allowing only 60%, a minimum of 60% should be there. That means minimum of 60% or equivalent of 6.0 CGPA in 10th, 12th, and in the degree. So here in the degree, here is the graduation degree, that may be your Bachelor of Engineering or Master of Engineering. Then what about the year of passing? So as I have mentioned you, this is valid for the present final year students. The year of passing should be 2022. That means 2022. Then what about the age limit? The age limit is given as 25 years. So those who are about 24 years, they are not eligible to undergo this process. And one more important thing is only full-time courses are allowed. That means in 10th, 12th, and also in your graduation, nowhere distance education or part-time or correspondence is not allowed by Wipro. Then what about the role and package? So here Wipro is calling the freshers for the role of project engineer with the package of 3.5 lakhs per annum. Suppose if the student is very good with the communication skills and very good with the programming skills, they will be getting a chance to appear for the another role, which is the turbo hiring, where the package is 6.5 lakhs per annum. And the location is pan-India. That means anywhere in India, you will be getting a chance to locate, suppose if you are getting selected through this procedure. Then what about the service agreement? So once the student is getting this and getting into this Wipro as a project engineer, minimum of 12 months, he has to serve the organization. That means this service agreement is applicable for 12 months post joining. So after joining, the service agreement is valid for 12 months. That means a minimum of 1 year, the employee has to serve the organization. Suppose in case of any unavoidable situation if the person wants to break the service agreement. In that case, the student or the employee has to pay 75,000 rupees as a compensation. Then what about the assessment platform? So as usual, the assessment platform is AMCAT. Just like the previous years also, they are going to make use of the AMCAT as assessment platform. And about the registration platform, this is through Superset. So what is this Superset? Nowadays, many companies are opting this registration through Superset, which means the student details, entire details about the online assessment and other rounds, the performance of the student will be automatically getting stored in the database of the Superset. So the registration platform is Superset. Then what about other important criteria? So here, suppose if the student is having any backlog, at the maximum of one backlog is accepted and allowed by Wipro to undergo this online assessment test. That means during the status of assessment, the student is going to have at the maximum of only one backlog, and that too, that backlog has to be cleared by the type of onboarding. Then this Wipro is going to allow a maximum of 3 years of gap from 10th to graduation. That means a student can have a maximum gap for education. So gap of 3 years from 10th to graduation. So not more than that. And one more thing, suppose if the student has taken any of the tests that are conducted by Wipro within the past 6 months, then the student is not eligible. So that's why I have informed here, candidates who have participated in any selection process held by Wipro within the previous history of 6 months, that student is not eligible. Then what about the evaluation process? So once you are getting registered, you will be getting mail about the online assessment slot. So once you are taking the online assessment, once you clear this online assessment, the next and final round is your business discussion or the business round. So once if you are clearing this business discussion, then you will be getting letter of intent, and then the process is going to end with your offer letter. So here in Wipro, you are going to face the difficulty of only 2 rounds. The first one is online assessment. The second one is the business discussion. So what will be there in the online assessment? So your online assessment is going to have 3 important sections. The first one is aptitude test. Second one is the written communication test. The third one is online programming test. So what is this online assessment test is about? So this online assessment test is going to give you 55 questions that has to be answered in 128 minutes. That means your online assessment, as I have already informed you, it is going to have 3 sections. Section 1, it is totally about the aptitude, which consists of 52 questions, where you have a subcategory of logical ability, quantitative ability, and the verbal ability. In logical ability, there will be 14 questions, and all these 14 questions has to be answered in 14 minutes, whereas the quantitative ability, you will be asked to answer 16 questions, and all these 16 questions are to be answered in 16 minutes. And the last part is the verbal ability. There you will be given 22 questions, but these 22 questions has to be answered in 18 minutes. So altogether, the duration of your first section would be 48 minutes. Then comes your section number 2. Section number 2 is your written communication test. So there will be asked only one question. That means you are supposed to write one essay in 20 minutes. Then the third section, the last section, is the important part, which is the online programming test. So in online programming test, the student will be asked to write 2 programs. So first program would be a general program, which will be very, very easy. That has to be completed in the first 20 minutes. And the second coding question will be generally based on the previous experience. We can say that the second coding question is on data structures, and this question has to be answered in 40 minutes. So your section number 3 is going to have only 2 questions, and these 2 questions you are supposed to answer in 60 minutes. So section 1, 48 minutes, section 2, 20 minutes, and section 3, 60 minutes. Section 1 with 52 questions, section 2 with 1 question, and section 3 with 2 questions. So altogether, your online assessment test is giving you 55 questions that has to be answered in 128 minutes. So suppose if the student is clearing this online assessment test, then the student will be getting called for the next and final round called your business discussion or your business round. So you may be hearing this term for the first time, but this is not a new term for you. Instead of calling a specific TR, specific HR, altogether the student's performance is calculated and assessed and estimated using this business round. So this business round, what will be the topics? What are all the things that are being covered by the interviewer? So the topics are nothing but they are going to first test your professionalism. That means they are going to test your professional attitude and also your technical competency, the communication skills, how confident and communicating well with them, and also your eagerness, your enthusiasm, and your willingness to learn and update your knowledge. So only these things that will be covered and that will be tested and assessed by the interviewer in the business discussion or the business round. Then is there any suggestion or any tips from the industry expert? Yes, of course, we are all having some suggestions from the students. The first thing is almost all the students have been undergoing rigorous training from the last couple of months. So whatever training you have undergone, that is more than enough. Only thing is you don't panic and you try to manage the time. Focus on your training, focus on your practice, and focus on your preparation. So be confident, try to manage with the time. You may be good at communication skills, you may be good at aptitude, you may be good at essay writing, and you may be excellent with the programming techniques. But the thing is, you have to manage the timing. So further, what we are suggesting you is go through the previous questions that are asked in Wipro. So you can search for all these previous questions from the internet. Try to collect as many previous questions from Wipro and try to solve, try to practice them. Only thing is a minimum of full complete practice tests are necessary for any student to crack your opportunity with Wipro. So once you start practicing these tests, you will be coming to know your strengths and weakness. So focus on your drawbacks. You try to improve them. You try to overcome your drawbacks so that getting through this Wipro is going to be an easier task for you. So this is the session from our end. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. If you like the content, if you like this video, please do subscribe our channel Adi Shankara Media for next videos which will be helpful for you for another drive. So wishing all the students very best for your Wipro Elite NTH 2022. Thank you so much.